All right, so this is number 8 on the Accuplacer. Richard had bought 3 pizzas, 2 sodas for $8.75. Jordan has 2 pizzas and 4 sodas for $8.50. How much is 1 pizza and 2 sodas? So here we see that we are solving for 2 different pieces of information. We want to know how much it's going to cost to buy 1 pizza and 2 sodas. This is going to be called a system of equations, which means that we're going to be solving for 2 pieces of information. Let's go ahead and write out these equations. 3 pizzas, so I'm going to do 3p plus 2 sodas is going to equal $8.75. Now, Jordan bought 2 pizzas, 4 sodas for $8.50. And they're asking us how much 1 pizza and 2 sodas is going to cost. So that's our end goal, is to figure that out. You'll often see this with that little bracket thing right there, which lets you know that it's called a system of equations. I need to figure out what P is equal to, and I also need to figure out what S is equal to. Remember, our goal in algebra is to solve for the variable. We do that by moving numbers to one side and then by moving letters to the other side. But here we see we have 2 letters, so how are we going to do that? We use something either called the combination method or the elimination method. And then we also have the substitution method. Substitution, my favorite is the elimination or combination method. And I've done that a couple times, so we're going to go with the substitution method just so you can see that one. Substitute literally means what it says. I'm going to take this equation, I'm going to rearrange it, and I'm going to plug it into this top equation. When I rearrange it, I'm only going to have one variable on one side of the equal sign. So let's go ahead and do that with the 2. We're going to solve for the P and get everything else away from it. So let's see how much P is going to equal. And that is going to be, hold on, y'all don't know why I got this big old little eraser thing. So I'm going to solve for P here. I'm going to get P by itself and move everything else away. I'm going to subtract 4S from both sides. That's going to give me 2P is equal to 850 minus 4S. You just tack it on to the end there. Divide everything by 2 because I need to undo that multiplication. That's going to simplify down to a factor of 1, and I don't have to write it. P is equal to 850 divided by 2. Half of 50 is 25, and then half of 8 is 4. And then here, 4 divided by 2 is going to be negative 2s. So I'm going to take this equation. You see here I've solved for P. I have it all by itself. So I can take all the information that's equal to P and plug it back into that top equation because it's worth the same thing. So that's what substitution method does. It gets one of these equations in variable form so that I can plug it back in. So I'm just going to erase everything else that I have. You would have more, room on your paper to do whatever it is that you needed to do. And if I need that second equation again, I'll rewrite it. So I'm going to take all this information I have here and plug it in for this P right here. So let's rewrite it. 3 times everything that P is equal to, which is $4.25 minus 2S, close my parentheses, plus 2S. I'm just filling in that information for P is equal to 875. Let me erase this and get this out the way as well. So all I did was rearrange one of my equations in terms of the variable so I could put it into this other equation. And now look what happens when I do that. I have an S here, I have an S here, I have no P's left. So the only thing I need to do is solve for S. Let's do that. I get rid of this number on the outside by distributing it, right? I do the distributive property, I multiply times everything on the inside. So this here is going to be 1275 minus 6S plus 2S equals 875, okay? I now need to combine like terms here. Always simplify. So I have 1275 minus 4 positive 2 is going to leave me with a negative 4 is equal to 875. Still trying to eliminate all of the numbers on this side, okay? That'll leave me with negative 4s is equal to, now this is 8 minus 1275, so I know I'm going to have a negative number, and that's going to leave me with a negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 4 to get S by itself, and that tells me that S is equal to a positive 1. So one slice of pizza, you're going to be able to see it. So one slice of, actually a soda, that's a soda. So my soda is equal to $1. Okay, so S is equal to 1. S is equal to 1. Now that I have did that work, I can just take that variable, S equals to 1. I can take that information and plug it back into that equation at the top. Because once I've solved for one variable, now I can solve for the other variable because I have the information that I need. So I'm going to just plug this one back in up here. S is equal to 1. So 3p plus 2 times 1 is equal to 875. 3p plus 2 is equal to 875. I'm going to solve for p minus 2. That's going to give me 675. Divide both sides by 3. P is equal to $2.25. So my pizza is equal to $2.25. And this can be overwhelming and it can be a lot. And it's going to take practice. It is, until you understand really what it is you're trying to do. I'm not done yet. I've solved and I've got what my variables are equal to, but I still haven't answered the question. The question says, how much is one pizza and 2 sodas? Well, I know that. Okay, I actually realized it was supposed to be one pizza and 2 sodas. So the one pizza was $2.25, or the P was $2.25, and then the soda was 1. So that would be $2.25 plus 3 times 1, $2.25 plus 3, which would be $5.25. I want to make sure you have the right answer on your sheet. My bad.